Late afternoon at Collinwood. The great house is peaceful and quiet, and those inside it know nothing of an arrangement being made on another part of the estate.
You have no memory of what happens to you after the transformation takes place.
That's the most agonizing part of the whole thing, is not knowing what I did the night before. How did you know that?
Well, it's obvious you've forgotten that you attacked me in this graveyard the night before last.
Oh, I didn't know, but I suspected as much when you came to the cottage the next morning. I saw you were hurt. It's a wonder you're still alive.
No, it's a wonder you're still alive. You see, when you attacked me, I fought you off with this. Silver is the one thing that I can kill you with in your other form.
Is this the place?
Yes?
I thought you were going to bring me someplace I couldn't get out of.
I did.
You better kill me tonight, then.
Why?
This is not going to work. Believe me, once the transformation takes place, the door is not going to hold.
No, it won't. But this door will.
What place is this?
It was originally intended as a secret storage room for ammunition during the Revolutionary War.
How do you know about it?
I am a Collins. I know a great deal about my family history.
Obviously, it was used for another purpose after the Revolutionary War.
Yes.
Who's buried here?
The coffin is empty.
Well, then who was buried here?
That's a bit of family history I know nothing about.
You don't know, or you do, and you feel you can't tell me.
Your question has nothing to do with why we're here.
Mr. Collins, why are we here?
To keep you from committing further violence tonight.
That's not what I mean. I mean, why are you helping me?
Because I want to help you.
There must be more to it than that. After all, you're taking a great risk to help me. There must be some underlying reason why you're willing to do it.
Because I know you're not responsible for what happens or what you do when a full moon rises and the transformation occurs.
I see. And you think this room will solve the problem?
For now, yes.
Do you plan to bring me here every time there's a full moon?
Until I find a better way of helping you.
What other way could there be?
Well, I hope that I'll be able to find a cure for your condition.
Forget it. You're wasting your time, Mr. Collins. There is no cure.
When did the first transformation occur?
Well, 7 years ago.
Tell me about it.
There is no time now.
The moon won't be rising for a while. There's still time.
I just really would rather not talk about it, if you don't mind.
Look, if I'm to help you, I have to know a great deal more about you. Now, you have to talk sometime. You might as well talk now.
You are not safe here with me.
You're forgetting that I have this. Now, tell me about that transformation.
It was just a few days past my 21st birthday. I just graduated from college. I was going to be an architect. Oh, I was going to be an architect to be reckoned with. Bold, imaginative, revolutionary. I thought nothing could stand in my way. And something did. Something that I thought happened only in fiction. One night, just shortly after sunset, I began to feel a great pain all over my body. And as it began to increase, oh, man, I was terrified out of my mind. All of a sudden, it stopped. But then I got the most shocking thing that ever happened to me in my life. I looked down, and my hands had begun to grow hair all over them. And I looked in the mirror, and there was hair growing all over my face, too. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't understand what was happening. Then I blacked out. Just blacked right out. And the next morning, woke up and I was myself again. I thought, oh, well, it was just a nightmare, you know. Until I looked around. I saw the evidence that I've seen, must be 100 times since then. Muddy tracks on the floor, my clothes all torn, the furniture just knocked all around the room. And always the news that someone had been attacked and often killed by a vicious animal. And I knew the animal was me!
Tomorrow morning will be better for you.
How can you be sure that even this place is gonna hold me?
Because the walls are made of solid granite. They are a foot thick, there are no windows, and the only way out is through that door, which I will close after I leave.
There must be some way to open this place from inside.
I deliberately kept the door open while we talked so you wouldn't see how it operated from inside.
All right, but does anybody else know where it is?
There are a few, but they will not be here tonight, I guarantee that. Now, please. Chris.
Scotty! Oh, get out! Go on out! You've got to for your own sake. It's gonna happen in a few minutes now.
I wish there was some way that I could help you.
No, just close the door. Close it good. And pray. Pray that I can't get out of this place.
I'll be back for you in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning.
Time for dinner.
Okay.
How long have you been out here?
Just a few minutes.
What are you looking at?
The moon.
Why?
I don't know. Sometimes it scares me.
Well, then don't look at it.
I can't help it.
You sure get scared at the funniest things. Well, are you coming? Or are you going to stay out here and watch the moon?
I'm coming.
Why are you both staring at me?
We're not staring at you. We're just watching you work.
Why?
No special reason.
We got tired of playing cards.
And why don't you go upstairs and get ready for bed?
It isn't time yet.
No, Maggie said she'd come and get us when it was time.
Oh.
Go ahead and work, Mrs. Johnson. You're not bothering us.
Is anything the matter, Mrs. Johnson?
No, why?
You look a little pale.
I feel fine.
Why are you angry?
I'm not angry.
You sound angry. Doesn't she, Amy?
Yes.
Stop this. Both of you.
You are angry.
Now, you
Why,
listen
Mrs.
to me.
Johnson?
Listen to me.
Did we do something wrong?
You're up to something, both of you.
We're not up to something.
Don't you talk like that to me, David Collins. You're no innocent babe in the woods, nor are you, young lady.
I know what it is. You're not angry. You're just still frightened
Frightened?
of that man.
What man, David?
You remember the man Mrs. Johnson thought she saw in the cottage.
I didn't think I saw him. I saw him. He was there, and you both know it.
But I didn't see him.
Neither did I.
Now,
Maybe that's because he's probably gone away now. No one else has ever seen him.
That's right. Mrs. Johnson is the only one.
I want you to stop this right now.
Stop what?
You know what I'm talking about.
No, we don't.
Upstairs, both of you. Get
We
out of
want
here
to
and leave me alone.
We want to play cards.
Upstairs, now.
Okay, Mrs. Johnson. Good night.
Pleasant dreams.
Mrs. Johnson, what's wrong?
Oh, Mr. Collins, if only you could have gotten here a few moments earlier.
What happened?
Oh, those two children, I swear, they're trying to drive me crazy.
Now, come and sit over on the sofa here and try to calm yourself. Now, tell me, what did the children do?
Oh, it'll do no good. You'll just think I've gone crazy already.
Please tell me.
Well, it started a few nights ago. I caught the children playing dress-up in one of the deserted servants' rooms. They were speaking very strangely to each other. I scolded them and sent them to bed. I thought that was the end of it. But it was the next night that I saw that strange man down at the cottage.
You mean Mr. Jennings?
Oh, no, it was a total stranger. And I tried to get out of the house, but the door was locked from the outside, and I turned, and he was coming toward me. I was sure he was going to kill me.
Kill you?
You would have agreed with me if you could have seen the look in his eyes. His eyes were narrow and so evil.
How else would you describe him?
He was very tall. He had long sideburns, and he was wearing an old-fashioned frock coat.
Did he harm you in any way?
Well, Maggie and the children arrived, and he disappeared.
I see. Well, Mrs. Johnson, what are the children to do with this? Well?
Oh, Mr. Collins, you see, I am convinced that those children are responsible for that man's appearing.
Responsible?
When I found them playing dress-up, David was dressed in the same kind of clothes as that man was wearing. You think I've lost my mind, don't you?
No, of course not, Mrs. Johnson. Now, I want you to tell me more about this.
Hi, Quentin.
Quentin? Where's Beth?
Where's the cradle? What's going on? What's the matter?
Quentin, are you angry with us?
No, it's not that, Amy.
Well, what is it?
Quentin wants to talk to me alone.
All right, I'll wait in the storage room.
No, not in the storage room, Amy. Quentin wants you to wait downstairs. What is it that you want me to do, Quentin?
Amy,
Hello, Barnabas.
will you come in here? I want to talk to you. You don't seem to be quite yourself tonight. What's the matter?
Nothing. What did you want to talk to me about, Barnabas?
The man Mrs. Johnson saw in the cottage the other night.
What about him?
I want to know what he looked like.
Didn't Mrs. Johnson tell you?
Well, she was too frightened to remember clearly. I was hoping you would tell me.
But I never saw the man.
You never saw the man that night at all?
I never saw him any night.
You're quite sure about that?
Yes, I'm positive.
I wonder if David ever saw him.
No.
How do you know?
He would have told me if he had.
Does he tell you everything he knows?
Yes.
He never keeps a secret from you?
No. He doesn't keep any secrets from me.
You sound as though you really don't believe that.
Why are you so anxious to find out about the man Mrs. Johnson saw?
Well, after all, a total stranger wandering around the estate, he could be dangerous.
Maybe Mrs. Johnson didn't really see him.
Now, what do you mean by that?
Maybe she just thought she saw him. That's possible, isn't it?
Which do you think it was?
I really don't know, Barnabas.
Amy, why do you keep watching the hall?
I'm waiting for David to come down and play with me. Was there anything else that you wanted to talk to me about, Barnabas?
No. Nothing.
I'm sorry I couldn't tell you what you wanted to know.
So am I.
But I don't think there's anything to worry about, because if Mrs. Johnson really did see a man in the cottage, I'll bet he's far away from here by now.
Let's hope he is. Good night, Amy.
Good night, Barnabas.
Where is the bottle, Quentin? Is this it? Strychnine? Quentin, that's poison! So that's why you didn't want Amy to hear. Well, I won't do it, Quentin. Chris is Amy's brother. I can't do anything to hurt him. I don't know why you want to. He's never done anything to you. Quentin, don't you understand? That's wrong. I won't do it for you. I won't. I won't.
Well, it certainly took you long enough.
Quentin had something very important to tell me.
Why didn't you want me to hear it?
I don't know.
Oh. Can we go back up to his room now?
What for?
Well, aren't we going to play the game tonight?
No, Amy. We're not going to play anything tonight.
David, what's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing.